more work, and interest level for us also will increase. Instead of we pushing things on you, we already know what we need to know. We can call you in the office and we can tell you these are the things that we need to know. So I think all you hear is because we can't call the dean here, we can't call Dr. Mehta here out of the schedule it all. Okay, this is a good chance. Be free. Forget about the public. People will shy or something. Don't feel this. Next 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you can take all your information as much as you want. Come to a conclusion whether it makes sense for you to go or not. Okay? So there are students who are going this year, so they can also ask you Baki Rega question. This is a very good one. Okay? I would just like to first introduce you to Dr. Pandey. Okay, Dr. Rajiv Pandey, who happens to be the Assistant Dean of Spartan Health and Science University. And there are students, parents right now available. So they are very keen to meet him during the lunchtime. But then you also should take this opportunity to interact with him as much as you can. Okay? How our kids are going to be taken care of, what is the safety, what actually the university does to ensure that the kids are absolutely in a perfect condition to study medicine, towards the medical program for USA. This is a good chance for you to interact with him. Okay, generally, how people work in India is, the agents will never put forward the right universities people do in front of you. Okay, we actually work the other way. We want you to exactly know the university from the horse's mouth. We also have put in, Dr. Mehta knows a lot about US medical. He can give you a huge amount of data. कितने लोग पास हो गए, USA में लेवल तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, कैसे पास हो सकता है? We are hearing why other people are not able to pass, why Indian MBBS students are not able to pass. How do you think that step 1 will be passed by our students? What is the difference between that? What makes you feel? What is the data? How many passed in earlier time? All those things. So what does it contain? What is pre-medical? What is basic science? He can explain you about the actual things that you are going to academically, what you are going to learn and how you can earn out of this degree. Okay? So that's where he can focus. I'd just like to request Anjali to, participate Dr. Pandey with a brief 1 minute, Okay? We really thank you for coming all the way from there. And also Dr. Mehta. Thanks a lot for coming here actually for all of us. Okay? It's not easy to get his time, let me be very frank. Okay, there are a lot of angles to his life. And out of that we snatch that half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours to bring him every year. He also has gone to Spartan last year with the students and all those things. So he knows in and out about every aspect of that part. So it's not only the system, procedure, all those things, but he also is aware about the facilities and the, why you think that this is going to somehow, it's going to change your career. Okay? So let's move on from here. As it is, we are running late now. Okay, so basically I am Dadar Shah, I am the CEO of Moksh. Okay, and we place a lot of students in many countries, but somehow US happens to be everybody's dream destination. So we ultimately place students in China, then Russia, then Ukraine, then this and that. But then US is US. Why US? I'll tell you. These people will not be able to explain you why US as much as I can explain you. There are only three reasons, okay, that I find why US for us. If we have money to spend, go for US. It's as simple as that. I've seen huge number of universities, I've gone across other countries, I've seen everything. But then here the concepts are different. For an Indian student, there are 3 reasons for which you should choose US as your destination. 1, get away from the MCI screening test. That's one of the important reasons. I would not say one of the most important reasons. Okay, because we have this MCI coaching for the students, those who are going for Russia and all those things for 5 years, 6 years, and they can study that. So there is some solution to that. But of course, avoiding MCI screening test itself is a big advantage for all of you. Okay. Second reason is, in US, it is not up to MBBS, and you don't want to do MBBS. You actually want to do PG. Okay, the system is you can't do only MBBS and come back to India. Like in Russia, China, you do MBBS and come back. what happens to them is either they will not be able to pass MCI or they will not be able to do PG. If you ask any student today, what do you want to become? They will not say, I want to become a doctor. They will say, I want to become a neuro, I want to become a cardiac, something like that. That's the dream that is, formed in their mind. So if you don't do PG, you can't become what you want to become. You understand now? You can only become a doctor. And that's not what you want to become, because even today, the value of MBBS is like 50% less than what it used to be 5 years back. Actually, everybody wants to go to a specialist now. If you don't become a specialist, it's finished. So if you come back from any other country, you cannot become a specialist so easily in India, because of the simple reason that you studied in a different culture. MBBS in Russia is not MBBS in India. Passing MCS test is not easy. Getting through PG seat is not an easy task. You understand now? There are many such problems. Donations are were very high, like 2 crores and all. Okay. So what happens is, at the end of the day, PG is a very difficult aspect for your life. And third reason is, in US, once you get into PG, if you get into the PG, you can earn back everything that you spent at the bachelor's level. Yeah? So you actually, instead of spending money, you actually earn back all the things that you spent during bachelor's. That's the third and the biggest advantage. You don't need to spend money. So the news part night has just come. They are all dreaming actually to do PG, while everybody from India go to another country like China, Russia, wherever they want, with MBBS in their mind. There is a restriction on that part. You understand now? So it's a step forward comparatively, much better, and US education system, of course, which Dr. Mehta can elaborate, is much far better than Indian ones. So I'll just move forward from here and not able to load it actually, there's something wrong over here. Let's just continue the topic. I'll tell you, as far as US medical system is concerned, I'm not going to take much time because I think you should be spending more time than that. As far as the system is concerned, it is very simple system. If you just give 3 minutes of, attention, you will understand what the students are going to study, basically. The whole system is divided. Okay, this you can already see this. First thing that you want to think about, MBBS abroad is what is my budget. Unless you pinpoint that, you won't be able to take a decision. The consultants, the agents, the calls, they confuse you. Don't get confused. I'll explain you the difference between agent and consultant later on. But this is the way you place yourself. This is how you can think about it. Okay? Where you stand, and if you have the money, you can place yourself. Yeah. So, from here onwards, you can think of taking a decision for US. Just a minute. As we already saw the the benefits of studying, I'll just run through them. It costs as much as a private college, medical college in India. So if you are thinking of going to MGM, you can give an MGM, DY Patil and all, it's probably going to be more expensive than to study in US. Okay, and this MGM and all is going to be like kind of MBBS. Okay, with little chance of getting into PG. The quality of education in a private college will differ from the government college. Okay. So most of the students who get into the PG, government PG medical seats are from government medical colleges. So if they're not getting into the government, they're not getting into the, if you're getting into the private, there are high chances that you will again have to buy a seat at the PG level. Okay? I think we are not made this one. Okay. So what I was saying is about benefits which you can go through. Right? There is absolutely no entrance test. Everybody asks IELTS, TOEFL, what will I have to give and all those things. There is no need of doing that. Okay. Loans are available for USA. If you go to the bank and ask, I want a loan, education loan for MBBS in Russia, probably it's not going to be easy. Okay. Because there was a RBI regulation till 2013 that MBBS in Russia and all, China and all have MCI screening test, so don't give loans to people. If they don't pass, then they are not able to be. When it comes to US, they are more than happy to give you the loan. Because there is no MCS. You understand? So, the bridge part, suppose the Russia is going to cost you 30 lakhs, and if the bank is going to fund you 20 lakh rupees more, probably, and you don't need to pay the loan immediately, you get 15 years. So you get 15 years, the students will earn and pay back. Okay? So actually the people who are spending 30-35 lakh rupees for another country, they can actually spend as much money, take the loan, go to US and complete the program, right up to PG. Okay? Okay. How Moksh, whenever people ask me, what do you think, am I making a right decision about Spartan? Why do you think I am thinking about Spartan? Why am I telling you about Spartan? It's very simple. Okay. When we conclude that I want to go to US, I want to make my medicine, study medicine in US, there are 3 types of colleges. Okay, one are on the top ones. Okay, where the fee structure is almost 1.5 crores plus. Okay, then you have the mid range. Okay, which is kind of Spartan. Okay, there the cost is approximately 60 to 65 lakhs, which is at par with Indian private medical colleges. Okay. Third type of universities are made for you to go to those universities and come back to India. They cost you, they give you the dream of US, but you'll have to come back to India. Why that happens? But they cost you very less. Okay? So you have some universities promising you for spend 30 lakhs as much as Russia, and you can study in US. There are second type of universities like Spartan, which will charge you around 60 to 65 lakhs, but they take you to US. And there are third type of higher level universities which cost you around 1.5 crores, and they also provide the US route. So we always felt that Indian students would probably be much more, suitable for, the Spartan kind of universities where the costs are also bearable and the roadmap. We can work hard. You see, the Indians can work hard and achieve the same aim. It's not only the money which helps you to take that. I don't need to be at X university to ensure that I go into US. I can be at Y, but then Dr. Mehta can explain you the difference between the 2 and the 3. There are universities which promises you, what is the difference? They also charge you 30 lakhs. Why they charge you 30 lakhs and still, you need to come back to India and appear for MCS with university? Why Spartan? You don't need to worry about those parts. For example, just now, yesterday when we were coming back from Pune, you told me, out of 16 students, this is also a proud moment for Spartanites, and this data will not be allowed to be shared with when you are back there. 14 students just got restriction. Yeah, they got a confirmation. So that's the kind of confirmations that they are getting. Why? And who are those students? He is there. He can connect you with those students. Are you getting my point now? So if you can actually make it what we are talking, what more do you expect? You got it now? So you have a person who can guide it further, more on this. I just request Dr. Mehta, I won't waste much time on this, and I think we'll just scrap this PPT, make it much more interactive. Please ask as many questions, remove your doubts, because you are left with very little time now. 14th September is a departure date for all the students, the fresh ones. The earlier ones are going earlier than that, but then the new fresh batch will go on 14th. So you can also meet your seniors parents here. Okay, you can just, there are seniors, like new batch, seniors are already there, they are feeling good that 2 years, now we have seniors one year. So you can meet them, you can interact with them, you know, clarify all your situations and then go ahead with it. Okay, is that alright? Okay. Thanks a lot, Dr. Mehta, please, as much as you can, very quickly.
Thank you so very much. I'm not sure if I'm audible.
Was I audible?
Yeah.
Right, so good morning everybody and thank you so much for coming here. I'll briefly go through the course structure now, and I have devoted 5 years of my life to studying the US medical education system, and I have tried to evaluate how Indian students could make use of that. Now it is very difficult for Indian students to enroll directly into the US medical colleges, like Mr. Shah was just pointing out. You need a GPA of at least 3.8, which is almost about 98 or 99%. Alright, after that you also need an MCAT score of minimum 33. So this is almost impossible for any Indian students to get into US system and clear that MCAT with 33 score. So what I did was I visited Caribbean islands, and I went to quite a lot of universities to check their program, because what Caribbean medical colleges are offering is quite similar to what US medical schools are offering. So there are about 60 or 65 Caribbean med schools, and I realized that just 6 to 8 of them are conducting a proper course. Most of the other colleges are absolutely bogus, and they just fool people and game the lives of students. As and when we go on, you will come to understand what you should look for a Caribbean med school. So the first thing, like Mr. Shah said, if you are going out of India to study MBBS, alright, so you must also ensure that you will be able to come back to India and practice in India. For that, MCI has provided 3 guidelines. Guideline number 1 is the medical school in which you are studying must have full accreditation from the government of the country in which it is located. Quite a lot of Caribbean med schools are offshore schools, and quite a lot of these schools do not have government charter or accreditation from the government in the country in which they are located. So you should be very aware and beware of the universities which do not have charter from those governments, because it doesn't matter even if they are listed in WHO, you won't be allowed to come back to India and practice in India. The second thing is, the university must be listed in WHO, World Directory of Medical Schools, IMED, thereby also listed in ECFM. So these are the few points. Now when I visited Caribbean islands, I found that there are 6 universities which have CAM-HB accreditation. In a matter of 2 years, it would be a rule that all Caribbean universities must require CAM-HB accreditation in order to function. As of now, it is not mandatory, and only 6 universities which are located in Caribbean islands have the CAM-HB accreditation. This approval means you can practice anywhere in the entire Caribbean. You can complete your residency there and you can practice anywhere in the Caribbean. So make sure that you choose a university that has proper accreditation. After 2 years, if the universities do not have CAM-HB, if they close down, it would affect very adversely on your careers. Alright, so these are just the things that you need to be aware of before selecting a school. Now, US system of education is 10 plus 4 and then 4 years of MD program. Our MBBS program is 5.5 years. The MBBS program is 4 years in the American system of medical education. Alright, so eligibility criteria for this 4-year MD program is at least 90 credit hours of college level study. Now, beware of some of the people who offer you cheaper options by completely bypassing this pre-med course. They would give you bogus explanations like you get 90 credit hours in your 12 CBSE examination in India itself. But the same 90 credit hours you also get in 11. That doesn't mean exactly after 11 you can go to the United States and start your MBA program. A college level study and 90 credit hours. This is absolutely must. And a bill has been already tabled in US Parliament. It might be made into a law very soon. And within 2 years, it will be mandatory for students to have a full degree. In United States, generally, alright. So you can also see the roadmap here. What I'm trying to explain you. So in United States, now it would be compulsory for students to have a full BSc degree. What we call BSc, it is known as BS program. Alright. So generally 10 plus 4 US students, they get 130 credit hours of BSc. The eligibility criteria, like for say MBBS in India, is at least 50% in physics, chemistry and biology. But if you get 50% in physics, chemistry and biology, it doesn't entitle you to get MBBS course. This is just the eligibility criteria. So 90 credit hours of college level study is just the minimum eligibility criteria. It is better if you have 130 credit hours of college level study. Without college level study, you cannot go ahead. So I know quite a lot of universities are offering programs which enroll 12 science students directly into the 4-year MD program. Your degree will not be valid. And let me give you an example. MD, Doctor of Medicine, is a second entry level degree program. Okay, so like you cannot do your MCOM before your BCom. Before that, there will be an integrated course, a 5-year course where for the first 2 years you will be doing your BCom, for the last 2 years you will be doing your MCOM. Again, I know some universities, just to bring down the cost and to fool students, what they say is, in the morning you will be studying BCom, in the evening you will be studying MCOM. So pre-med you will be doing in the morning and MD program in the evening. Your degree won't be recognized anywhere in the entire world. So first things first, for MCI guidelines, now you know, before graduating to the 4-year MD program, you need to at least have 90 credit hours college level study. And I was very impressed when sir told me that Spartan offers a 142 credit hours. Again, like I said, that there are 6 universities that I visited that has MHP, Spartan is one of them. So you can draw the parallel from where I am speaking. So after your 12 science, you do 16 months of pre-medical, wherein you will get 140 credit hours of college level degree. In United States, you get 130. Because of these 142 credit hours, you will be also eligible to practice in United Kingdom. Once you complete your pre-med, you automatically matriculate into the 4-year MD program. Now this 4-year MD program is equivalent to MBBS in India. And just for your understanding, I will divide it into 2 parts. One would be the basic science and second is the clinical science. In basic science, you will be learning anatomy, physiology, biochemistry and all those things which will be all non-clinical subjects. So for the first 3 years, like US system, you will be studying in Caribbean island. The quality of education before you select a university, you must make sure that it is at par with the US system. You need to have access to human simulation lab. You need to have access to skills lab. I am sure sir would enlighten you all regarding human simulation lab and skills lab and the course structure and how the exams are conducted in Spartan Health Science University. I will talk about US. Say in United States, all the students who are studying in American medical schools, they do not conduct any exams. The exams conducted at the end of every trimester is conducted by NBA. NBME is the same board which conducts USMLE Step 1 examination. So every 4 months the students would know where they stand vis-a-vis their USMLE Step 1. So this 3 years, the first year of pre-med would also include say introduction to anatomy, introduction to physiology, introduction to biochemistry. So this first 3 years should prepare you very well for your Step 1 examination. You need to have access to human simulation lab. You need to have access to skills lab. You would need this NBME examination to make sure that you are passing your Step 1. Before completing your USM, before appearing for your USMLE Step 1, you also need to appear for a comprehensive basic science examination. It's known as an exit examination in United States. So it's sort of a mock test. You would know exactly where you stand before you appear for Step 1. Again, what most US students do is they review their program after 3 years. See, Kaplan program, quite a lot of students, quite a lot of consultants and some people would fool you that we will enroll you into Kaplan program for 4 months and you will clear USMLE Step 1. Now, Kaplan program actually is for, say, Indian students or Bangladeshi students or, say, Russian students. Those who haven't been in the American medical system, it is for them to revise. Again, it is a very standardized program, is what I understand. Like Kaplan program says 12 hours to anatomy, 12 hours to biochemistry, 12 hours to microbiology, for instance. Now, for example, say there is this student Taiba, she is very good in anatomy, and there is this other student Kajal who is good in biochemistry. Alright, so Kajal doesn't need to spend 12 hours in anatomy. So the review program has to be personalized. So the university that you select must train you for the entire period of 3 years and not just 4 months for your USMLE step 1. In order for you later to be eligible for residency and to get a residency position. So just 4 months is not enough. Of course you need a 4-month review program, but it has to be personalized. It has to be personalized according to individual needs of each and every student. So after your this review, after your mock test, you then appear for USMLE step. You appear for USMLE step 1 only when the university will tell you, okay, you will be able to get average score. And the university will be able to tell you this because of your NBME exam, because of your mock test, because of the comprehensive basic sciences. On successful completion of USMLE step 1, you then do clinical science in United States. Now this is the most important point. You should understand, and I will repeat it again and again. All your clinical rotations in United States must be ACTME approved and green. ACTME approved rotation means the hospital is a teaching hospital, it is accredited by United States. Green book rotation means you will be doing your clinical rotation or your internship. Just to, internship might not be the accurate word, but it would be something that most people here would understand. So for this 2 years, you will be practicing on patients. You will have hands-on patient experience. You will have malpractice insurance, and you will be studying with a doctor. And it has to be in a teaching hospital. Unless and until it is in a ACTME approved green book teaching hospital, you will not be eligible for residency in United States. Most programs, they fool students and they play with the lives of the students by offering a cheap observership. In observership, you do not get hands-on patient experience. You will be just in a private hospital or some hospital and you will be shadowing a doctor. You cannot touch a patient. And this observership does not qualify residency requirements. And let me also give you one more example. See, if you are going to do clinical rotation in an average hospital in United States, the cost to college would be $500 per week, and the total duration of your clinical rotation would be 80 weeks. So you can calculate for 80 weeks it would be $40,000. When we convert it into Indian rupees, it would be close to 30 lakh. I know there are some universities that are offering the entire 5-year program at just 20 lakh rupees, 25 lakh rupees, 30 lakh rupees. And this 30 lakh rupees clinical rotation cost is to the college. All the universities are for profit. They are not going to do any charity. They will take some of the other profit. So the least that you would get it for would be say 45 or $50,000. Observership cost $100 per month. I do not like to take names of the few universities, but I know they are located, some of the universities are located in Barbados, some located in St. Martinez. All these universities, they just offer this observation. So their degree won't even be valid in India when they come back. If I just write a letter to MCI, ask for the course structure from the university, and if they say that it is an observership, okay, then your degree won't even be valid in India. You won't be able to practice in United States, you won't get residency in United States.
In fact, if you want to go through a very interesting thing, what he is saying is, if you want a proof of that, MCI has published one notice in which certain universities are offering observership instead of clinical rotation. Okay, and even Indian Embassy has been mentioned in that they have objected to such programs and they should be banned for the Indian students. So that if anybody wants to go through it, it is published on our website now. We have given you a link to the MCI website. All I'm trying to say is, I'm just going to summarize this because we lost a lot of time. There is a difference between observership and clinical rotation. Okay, It is going to cost you 5 lakhs in observership and 30 lakhs in case you are going for a full course of clinical rotation in the last 2 years, okay, or the bachelor level. And all we are trying to say is, that's why I told you, either I had a choice of the top ones, which was like 1.5 crore, or the bottom ones we didn't want because they were offering observership. I hope that's the point that is trying to drive here. Okay, we have taken the middle one, which is acceptable, run exactly as per the USMLA requirements and are affordable for most of the students. Okay, that's the point. So let's be positive to understand that if he can commit to us that you are going to give us clinical rotation, then we think of coming in. That's the point. If he says that nahi observership bhi ho sakta hai, it's not our, you'll be stuck in life. So this is the main crux. Some university giving 30 lakhs, some giving you 60-65 lakhs. People ask, give me a call saying that, sir, इतना क्यों खर्चा करें हम लोग? हमको तो वही आइलैंड में या बाजू वाले आइलैंड में 30 लाख में मिल रहा है. You understood now? So there is going to be a difference in that case. Clear? Okay.
Now, during this 80 weeks, during this 80 weeks, you will be having hands-on clinical experience in United States. Of these 80 weeks, 60 to 66 weeks are known as core rotations, which are mandatory. As opposed to Indian system, that you are required to undergo a 12 week of medicine clinical rotation. Then you are supposed to do a 20 weeks of surgical rotation, 6 weeks of pediatrics, 6 weeks of gynec. These are all compulsory rotations. So you would get absolutely comprehensive clinical knowledge. It is not like in India, let's say female students are generally not allowed in the prostate ward. Male student doesn't see the inside of a gynec ward. Here, in United States, you will get complete comprehensive knowledge about human body, about diseases. And I'm sure sir would like to share more about all these programs. Again, you should understand that while doing clinical rotation, you should select a university which offers NBME exam after each rotation. So say after rotation of medicine, again there will be an examination. After your clinical rotation, say in surgery, there will again be an NBME examination. This would prepare you for your step 2. After your core rotations, you appear for USMLE step 2. And you do your 14 weeks of elective rotations in the department in which you are interested. You get an option now. That would be after your USMLE step 2. So the university you select must first prepare you for step 1. And for the entire period of 3 years and not just 4 months of technical program. During your clinical rotations, there should be examination after each and every rotation so that you are well prepared for your step 2. Again, select a university that has standardized patient integrated in its curriculum. See, step 2 exam is divided in 2 parts, clinical skills and clinical knowledge. Indians are good with clinical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge, they can write anything in the paper, nobody can beat us. But when it comes to application of that theoretical knowledge, it is there when we lag. It is there when we lag behind. So, in your USMLE step 2 clinical skills examination, the examiner is going to sit in front of you, he is going to ask you questions. He is going to act as if he is suffering from, say, a heart disease. The student is required to first diagnose that he is suffering from, say, heart attack. Then he is supposed to mention that there are 4 different treatments available to treat this. The student then needs to impress the examiner by saying, okay, I am going to select this treatment from the 4 available treatment and why I am selecting this treatment. And at times it is a very high stress situation. So standardized patients, some of the universities have incorporated, and I am so glad to know that even Spartan has incorporated it into the curriculum. Only 4 universities has incorporated standardized patients. So the university, what it does is, they call these actors from United States to the university. They make sure that the students are under a very high stress situation. They make sure that there are continuous 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour lectures. Then as soon as the students, when they go to their washroom, this standardized patient, these actors would catch hold of the students. Alright, I am suffering from this, tell me what I am suffering from, tell me how are you going to diagnose me, how are you going to treat me. So you should have comprehensive training over a period of 5 years in order to be eligible and successful in your step 1 and step 2. Now, as soon as you clear your step 1 and step 2 and you get this MD Doctor of Medicine degree, which is equivalent to MBBS in India, you now become eligible for residency in United States. Residency requirement for United States is at least 3 months of US clinical experience. But again, this is like 50% in India. If you get 50% in physics, chemistry, biology, that doesn't guarantee you MBBS. You need to score at least 80-90%. Here, you need to have as much US clinical experience as possible. All these students who have studied in Caribbean Med School will have 2 years of comprehensive US experience. So you are at par with US students, American medical students. In some of these states, the criteria is just 1 month, but again they look for all the core rotations in United States. You may ask me questions during your question and answer session, and I can elaborate on this. See, to get a residency in United States, you just need to be in the top 50% bracket. In India, if you want to do PG, you have to be in the top 3%, top 5% bracket. There are 18,500 PG seats in India. 9,500 of them are from private medical schools. They charge about 2 CR, 3 CR, 4 CR for your PG. Alright, and there is again reservation and all those things. So even the people who are under reservation, they do not get seats. The people who are outside of reservation, they do not get seats. Only 3 to 5% people who have studied MBBS in India, they get into a PG program. Here, in 2016, 51.9% IMGs. IMGs is International Medical Graduate, which all of you students would be. Any student who has studied outside America and Canada is considered to be an IMG. So 51.9% IMGs who applied, they got into residency in United States. They got a PGC. So that means you just need to be in the top 40, top 52% as opposed to the top 3%. Again, this 51.9% are across the world. 70% of the students who do get PG in United States have studied from these 5-6 Caribbean med schools. That is it. Like sir just announced, it's really amazing that out of 16, 14 got residency. So you can imagine if 16 students are studying, 14 of them, they got a PG seat in their first attempt itself. You cannot say this about any other medical school. And this PG, if you are doing in the United States, in addition of being completely free, they will give you money. And according to the rules of the US government, you should get at least $50,000 per annum as a stipend during your PG. So per month you will be getting 4,200 roughly. In Indian rupees, it would be 2,75,000 rupees. Imagine a 23, 24-year boy or a girl earning 3 lakh rupees per month. So what it means is, within a span of 1.5 or 2 years, you will recover all your cost of your MBBS or MD program. So the PG is free, you recover your MBBS would be almost free, and on successful completion of this residency, after you complete it, you get a minimum of $150,000 to $300,000 as compensation. So which is 1 CR to 2 CR at the age of say 26, 27. And 14 out of 16 if they are getting it, means more than 90% are clearing it in first attempt itself. So this is the main benefit of this program. You are not to think just about MBBS, think beyond it, think about PG. Like sir said, everybody wants to become either a gynecologist or a pediatrician or a physician. Nobody wants to become just an MBBS doctor. Because after MBBS, at the most you will be earning 35 to 40,000 rupees. After PG, you will be earning 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. Here, your MBBS would be free because you will get stipend in PG. PG is free. After PG, your life is set. So this is the program. And after you complete your residency, medicine residency would be of 3 years. Surgical is 4 years. Some surgical residency like say neurology would be of 5 years. After that you are supposed to appear for your step 3. After you complete your step 3, you then are a licensed physician in United States. When I was reading the data, I also found that the most number of doctors who are practicing right now in United States are from Caribbean nations. See, from say BJ Medical Mumbai or BJ Medical Ahmedabad or AIMS Delhi, there will be only 5 or 10 students who are right now active physicians in the United States. See, like sir said, there are few universities which are in the very top bracket. The number 1 university is St. George's in Canada. But they also have some limitations. St. George's Canada has infused 5,500 doctors in the United States right now. Now, I was reading the data, Spartan has infused more than 2,200. Canada is a 50-year-old university, Spartan was 36. I was also doing comparison in my mind. When I do something, I compare everything. But the problem with Canada is, see, every year they enroll 400 students. And 150 students they send back that you are not up to our level. They do not give the motivation and support that is required for Indian students. Because we are going into a new system of education. It is something that we have not studied before. So you need support. Number 2 is Ross. It has infused about 3,000. And then it's Spartan, which has infused more than 2,200. So getting into residency in United States would be absolutely not difficult for you guys. See, quite a lot of Indian students have phobia about USMLE exam. It is difficult for Indian medical students to appear for step 1. Only 10%, 15%, 20% students who clear it in first attempt. But students who have studied even in the bogus, fraudulent universities in Caribbean islands would clear USMLE step 1 in their first attempt itself, and more than 80%. And when I went there, I saw the data when I visited Spartan that 90% of the students they clear step 1 in their first attempt itself. And this is a 36-year average. So that really inspired me and impressed me when I visited the university on the island. So you shouldn't have this worry or fear about USMLE step 1. You are going to clear it. Just like you have cleared your 12, you are studying in such a way that you will clear your step 1. The university should make sure that you have above average score. Ask me questions about residency during question and answer session. I'll explain more. What I want to do now is hand it over to sir so that he could explain a bit about the course that is offered in Spartan. He could explain you about human simulation lab, about skills lab, about the MBBS exams, about the innovative teaching methods. Rather than me explaining it, it would be best if sir explains it for his university. In United States, the learning method is completely different than India. It is not a rote learning. So, sir, if you could please enlighten students about Spartan University.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. As usual, okay. It's audible. Not the mic. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone.
Sir, before you start, I'll just tell you that after sir finishes, I request to the students themselves, okay, to come over here and share your experience.
That's my practice. I'm looking forward to Okay, so they introduced me as the dean of the admissions at that Department of University. But apart from these responsibilities, I'm also involved in the academics. So I'm the course director of the BS program, course director of the biochemistry as well. Okay. I'm a professor of biochemistry also there. I teach the students also. That's why I'm too much involved with the students. Okay. And I usually do a lot of one-on-one interactions because I'm the chairman of the professional development of the students as well as the faculty. So I have to work a lot with the additional facilities that we can provide for the professional development of the students as well. I'm the chairman of the research also, where I involve a lot our students, okay, do lots of activities. So you can say I'm involved with the students a lot with all the activities. Okay. Now, giving the basic introduction about the Spartan University. I just want to take a few points to the raised by Mr. Shah and Dr. Mehta. The very first one, as Mr. Shah said, there is no general practice. So please keep in your mind that the US system doesn't have any route to prepare or to make use of general practice. Okay? There is no route for this one. You have to become professional. That's why the US system, the moment you get the MBBS from the university, it's mandatory to go through the residency program and then complete your PG that we call here in the PG in India. Okay? And then you can apply for the license and become the specialist. So at this level, the moment you get the residency, complete the residency with your duration 3 to 5 years, 6 years, with your specialty, okay, you can apply for the license. In the residency program, because the moment you enter into the residency program, you are done with the Spartan. Okay? Or you get the MBBS from the Spartan, and there is no role of the Spartan with your residency program. We ensure that you get a placement. Okay? But the Spartan has a vision that we are going to follow up our students in the next 20 years.
that's a very big lineup. We have our alumni from the last 26 years. Okay. So the school was established in 1980, and our first batch was graduated in 84. Okay. From the 84 onwards, we have our alumni list. Okay. And those we usually request them because the US system has so many rights. Okay. Rights to declare, privacy rights, okay, patient rights, so many rights for each and every one. Okay. So the moment any alumni agrees, okay, so we usually invite them to have a session with our students so that our students get inspired with their stories. So usually what happens whenever the students complete the residency, we usually ask our students not to stop here. There is another provision in the US system, okay, that we call the super specialty. In the US we call it fellowship, and that's very easy to get. Once you are done with the residency, we usually recommend our students to go for the fellowship, and that goes for the 6 months to 2 years, depends on the super specialty you are doing. The basic purpose, the provision that we have, we encourage our students to choose the longer residency. Remember, we are the foreign graduates. We don't have the base in the US. Okay? We don't have the relatives in the US. Okay? And we don't know the people there. For the US citizens to develop their network of the patient is very easy, okay? Because they are from there. Okay? But for the foreign graduates, okay, it's better to go for the longer residency. And it doesn't start actually because you are going to get paid by the federal. Okay. So that start from, as Dr. Mehta mentioned, $4,200 per month. Okay. And its annually increase is there. Initially, the first year goes with a $47,000 per year, then the $55,000 increase every year. So if you are choosing that program also up to the 5 years, you are getting paid from the union or from the federal government. Okay. Enjoy, return your money to your parents. Okay. And then what you can do during this period of the stay, you can develop your network with the patient because you are going to be with the patient directly in the residency as well. Okay. So the 2 years you get the clinical rotations where you deal with the patient, and then the another 3 to 5 years you deal with the patients again. Okay. So the moment you finish the residency, that's one of the reasons, the moment you move for the super specialty. Okay. Neurologist is fine, now you want to become a neurosurgeon. Okay. Cardiologist is fine, now you want to become a cardiosurgeon, cardiac surgeon. Okay. So this one is ranged from the 6 months to 2 years. And the stipend just get double. You will start getting like around $8,000 per month, okay, for the fellowship period. Okay. And you are going to the super specialist. So I usually use one example. In the US system, the minimum payment for the one patient is $100. And that too for the 10 minutes. The US system is completely online. Okay. The moment the patient is going to register with you, okay, his social security number is going to register. Okay. You are not going to fight with the patient, okay, I voted the 11 minute, I need another $100. Okay. It's automatic system, the moment the 10 minute is done, okay, your another $100 is going to be added in your account. So that's why in the US system, the physician gives more and more time. There are two stories behind that one. Okay. More and more time to the patient. They give more and more respect to the patient. Because the more you are going to engage, okay, the more money you are going to get. That's the behind the scenes story. But again, in the US, they have the one law that they call the patient right. Okay. Patient has a complete right to reject the doctor, okay, at any stage. Okay. For that one, you have to develop the communication skill. This one of the major aspects the moment we started looking toward the Indian system, okay, 2 years back. Okay, earlier we used to put all the US and the Canadian students and the Britannic students. Okay. The very first thing that came into our mind is with the Indian instrument, but we need to develop some skill. So the moment we thought about the skill, the very first thing that we found that our Indian students are very straightforward. Okay? And they are very to the point. The moment they talk to the professors or to the any person, they usually answer to the one word or the two word or to the one sentence. That's it. Okay? While the US people, they can elaborate the one sentence for half an hour. Okay? And that's one of the exercise I started doing with our current students. I think they know already. Okay? I drill them a lot with that exercise. Everyday presentation, give the very small topic, let's talk for the 5 minutes, 10 minutes on that topic. Okay? So these are the exercises we usually do. What happens, most of the students, like we say, the Indian brains are very good. Okay? They are good, they will qualify the step 1. Okay? Even those are doing the MBBS from the India, if you look for that, they can easily qualify the step 1. No doubt. Okay? Anybody can qualify the step 1. We have the capacity that we give the art side students also. Okay? We'll do some exercise to qualify the step 1. But we cannot move further. Okay? That's the end of the story for us. What happens, the step 2 is the major bag for them. Okay? So again, as Dr. Mehta mentioned already that CK and the C. So CK is the clinical knowledge. Our Indian students can qualify easily because it's a knowledge base. Okay. So the clinical skill where requires a huge test. In the US system, they used to have the 9 chambers. Okay. And all the 9 chambers, they are going to have the one patients in it. Okay. But during the CS exam, what they do, they allow the students to walk one by one in each and every chamber. And they usually get the 2 to 3 minutes of the time to communicate with the patient there. Okay. In each and every chamber, you are going to have a different patient. Okay. So the very first one that usually happens to check your communication skill. Okay. How you are going to communicate, how you are going to impress the patient. Okay. So that the patient can say, okay, I am going to proceed the treatment with you. So that's where the communication skills come. And that's where we have to learn. If you know our Indian system, how the doctors usually prescribe. I think there are some doctors here. Anybody? Okay. Okay. So the moment the patient comes in, okay, in the Indian practice, okay, you usually say, okay, come on, sit. Okay, because the name of the patient is already written on your sheet. Okay, and then you directly ask for the symptom. Okay. Okay, what's your problem? Okay, and then usually you prescribe something, some drug, and then you order the test also if required. Okay. But during the procedure, here the doctor, they don't ask anything to the patient. Okay. They don't take the consent of the patient. Okay. That's where the system is lacking. In the US, because they have the patient right, the very first thing that he's supposed to ask is, like if I'm going to ask, if an example of the Himali, she is going to be my patient. The moment she is going to enter into my chamber, my $100 is fixed. Okay? Or she entered already in my chamber. Okay? So I'm not worried about the cost and the number of the patient. Okay? So the very first thing I'm going to do, welcome Himali, okay, have your seat, are you comfortable within my chamber? Okay? We have to give the comfort to the patient very first. And we have to take the consent of the patient also. Suppose to say, yes, I am comfortable. Okay. And the second thing that comes after that, we have to introduce ourselves. We were having a discussion yesterday, I think, with one of the doctors in the Pune. Okay. The moment I raised this question, they said, oh, they must know because the name plate is outside. Okay. What's the need to tell the patient that in my mind? Okay. But the system there, okay, like if I am supposed to tell something, okay, Himali, I'm Dr. Ravi Pandey, I have 19 years of experience, I have done my MBBS chemistry, okay. I have treated more than 1,000 patients, okay, and particularly the kind of the problems you have, I have treated more than 300 patients, okay. So I can assure you that I can treat you. Okay? I will do my best to treat you. Okay? And then the patient usually says, yes, doctor, I'm satisfied. Okay, go ahead. Each and every level, these communication skills matters a lot. You have to give that level of the confidence to the patient. Okay? The moment the patient says, yes, okay, you are going to do the physical examination. Okay? Before ordering the test, again, you have to ask. Okay? I have done my physical examination and I came up with the one diagnosis. Okay, maybe you are suffering. I'm sure that you are suffering from this disease. But to confirm this diagnosis, we need to perform some lab tests. Okay? Are you okay to proceed with that lab test again? Okay? So sometimes patients usually say, no, I don't want to go for the lab test. Or they scared and they don't want to draw the blood and everything. Patient is going to sign on your seat and you are safe. But the patient sign on your seat. Okay? You ask question and the patient answer all. And then you can proceed with the medicine only. If the patient is going to say yes, yes, you can prescribe the lab test. So this one is the elaborated way. The same way you have to do in the very first chamber of the sleep. Okay? Within a 2 minutes. Okay? Or the 3 minutes. Okay? Whatever they are going to do, that time varies. Okay? So you have to do this communication. Okay? Because as per the patient right, you are not supposed to take more than 3 minutes introducing yourself. Otherwise, you are going to talk about yourself for the 10 minutes and you will get that $100. Okay? You are not supposed to elaborate for more than 3 minutes. Okay? So that's the one level of the CS chamber. Next chamber is the physical examination. Okay? So this first chamber we usually teach our students from the empty trimester 1. So that's where they are going to have the communication skills classes, the add-on classes, where they will learn that one, where the standardized patients, skills lab, and the simulation lab, all of them, they are going to get involved with the individually students lacking ability there. Okay? So we have the instructor, they are going to watch our students from the camera outside, we will take them to the simulation lab, go, and we have the management, okay, go and treat the patient. Go and ask the same question. Okay. They have to answer also, okay, yes or no, why that, because these are the commitment. Okay. So that's where we record. If we found the student is not communicating properly, we suggest because there is no training for this, it is for their own development. Okay. The purpose to start this lab, we are trying to make this one as a habit. Initially we thought, okay, we will run the one course of the 40 hours and we will teach our students, okay, they will learn, but we realize that if you are going to do the course, it's a short term. Okay? You may forward. So it's better to start from the trimester 1 and make their habit to communicate in that way with everything. The same way the standardized patients, as Dr. Mehta mentioned already, it's basically the trained actor. We used to have that trained actor from the US. So those usually come. Dr. Moksh is one of the well-known physicians for the physical diagnosis. So he has more than 40 years of the experience from the Europe. He usually comes and train our students. Recently what we did, because now we are making it a regular practice, we trained 9 actors from the central. So now they are going to be available for us every day. Earlier we were dependent, okay, when the Dr. Scott is going to come, we will run the 15 days training program. So now we have already the 9 trained actors, okay, on the island. Those are going to visit randomly, and as Dr. Mehta was saying, we will create the stress situation. Okay. Sometimes you are going to get a call from the bank, okay, you need to report to the bank immediately, your account is hacked or something, okay, call. Okay. And then you have to rush towards the bank, and on the gate someone is going to catch you. Okay? Hold up, I'm having a problem. What you are going to do. Okay? So you must be able to perform under the stress condition. That's one of the objectives. Okay? These are the things. And apart from this one, the moment you go through the diagnosis as well, we have now it's a recent drill exercise that we did on the 26th of July. And I proposed that one before visiting to India, and now it's got approved. Okay. I was mentioning to the current student that they are going to have the different bone structures in the MBBS. Okay. So it's going to be the problem-based learning. So we don't teach that traditional teaching now. We are not going to do. We used to do partially, but we are going to completely switch it to the PBL now. PBL is the problem-based learning, where we are going to give you the one case of the patient in the very first class. To give you the concept, here in India, that usually the faculty comes and teach the topic, okay, and then give some examples, and then some of the examples of the questions, and they are done. Okay. Here, in the Spartans, we are going to revert the same thing. We start with the case, with the problem. Okay. We'll give you the hint. Go ahead. Google it, whatever you want to do. Textbook, everything is going to be available for you before starting the class. Okay? For the whole trimester, you will get all the PowerPoint. You will get that schedule also on which day this topic is going to be covered. Okay? You will have to go through by self, and then come on the next day in the classes. And then I'm going to choose randomly any 2-3 students. Okay? Come on, and type 3, and let's speak to the whole class. Okay? The student is going to do something wrong, okay, I will correct that one. So there only, we will start with the problem, try to find out the explanation, okay, how the problem is generated. And during the discussion, we are going to teach the theory. Okay, that this complex or this mechanism. So that's the basics of learning the more and more the clinical concept. Apart from this PBL study, we have the CCD. So that we call the clinical case discussion. Usually we run our regular classes of the PBL up to 12 o'clock. Okay. And then after the lunch, we are going to have the CCD hour. All the clinical case, we will get the clinical case from the random sources, we will give the students, okay, try to solve that. Okay. How you are going to treat the patient, how you are going to diagnose the patient from the very day one. Okay. So these things actually making our students very good, and they are giving us a very good result. So CCD was the one that we incorporated in the 2009. Okay. So that's where we start getting a very good result in the residency match also. So our students were able to influence the director of the hospital. Okay. So one thing again, Dr. Mehta was mentioning about the teaching hospital. Remember, the teaching hospitals are the hospitals those used to have some residency slot in their system. If we are going to do the clinical rotation in the same teaching hospital, and if they are having the 5 slots of the residency, okay, so you are doing the 2 years of the clinical experience there in the same hospital. Okay. Definitely you are going to impress your director, your chief of the medicine. And they are the ones they are going to sit into the matching programs also, okay, to select their residents. Okay. So that's where you will get the first priority, because you get the same training in the same hospital where the residencies get offered. So this one is another add-on why we stick with the teaching hospital only. Okay. And that's our mission also. We are not going to offer any observership, no shadowing at all. Okay. So it's better not to have. Okay, but whatever we are going to have must be authentic and the legal, so that our student can get the success. Okay. So that's where the price range that is as Dr. Mehta mentioned. Okay. Okay, I have 2 points from your point and then I will.
Yes.
Now, Dr. Mehta also mentions about the CAMHP. Okay. So that's basically the Caribbean Accreditation Body for all the medical schools or the schools those are running some health courses. This one is similar to the MCI. Okay. Like the moment any question comes about the medical school, you will ask the question whether it's MCI approved or not. Okay. So the same way, the moment we talk about the Caribbean, now it's going to be whether it's a CAM approved or not. Okay. So the CARICOM organization now passed the rules okay, that by the year 2017, okay, we are already in 2006. Each and every medical schools in the Caribbean have to register with the CAM. Okay. And because the CAM approval or the visit and it's a very long process, it takes 2 years basically. Okay. Because you have to perform the self-study for the 1 year and then you have to submit. Okay. And then the visit and their meetings happens and then the approval comes. So it is a 2 year process. So they gave the deadline for the 2021 that any school that is running in the Caribbean island, okay, must get the accreditation from the CAMHP by the year 2021. Okay. That's for the accreditation result. Okay. And for the applying, it's a 2017. So that's where we are among the 6 universities those got the provisional and they visited us for the full accreditation also. Okay. And we are expecting our positive results by the end of the September or the first week. Okay. So we get sometimes the hints also, okay, because as an Indian, okay, we are very curious, okay, what's going to happen. Sometimes I can't ask, okay, what's going to happen. So I got the one response and the sentence I'm going to use here. Okay, the CAM people, the chairman of the CAM mentioned to me, don't drop the board, okay, if you want something positive. Okay, so that was the statement the moment I got 3 months before. After that, I stopped communicating with them. Okay. So that means everything is positive. Don't try to pitch them so that they can start finding the negative thing. Okay. So that was the one sentence that I formed, and then we are silent and waiting for their results. So that will come in the September last time. And this CAM is basically approved by the WHO. Okay. So our reason is the 2 ways. The one, it's approved by the accreditation body. The second way, because the CAM is considered as an internationally approved, WHO approved body. Okay. And that's going to allow the more and more loaning and the funding to our future students. Okay. The very first thing that's going to happen, we are now in the process of that one, that it's going to approve the federal loan. Okay. As soon as you are going to get the federal loan, you have to just submit your documents to the bank here. Okay. Because you are eligible for the federal loan, the bank will give you the full loan, almost 80% of the 70% loan. Okay. So that's where it's going to help a lot our students or the future students down the line in the, after the 2 years. Because we have to submit all the account statements for the last 2 years. Okay. That we are maintaining everything as per their standards. The one question that I found yesterday about the website, okay, of partners. Someone was telling me that it's not up to date. Okay. So our federal website is already developed. Okay. And because we are waiting for the CAM result, we cannot do any editing on our current website. Because we submitted that, we have to submit the annual report. So whatever we have submitted in annual report, it's supposed to be there on the website as well. So that's why we are waiting for the next 2 months. Okay, as soon as the results will come out, we will change our complete website with all the new simulation lab, PS program, everything what we got on the line in the last 1 year. Okay, it's going to be on our website as well. Because the moment you visit, you are going to say, okay, there is no information about this program. Now the BS program is basically the purpose of giving the BS program to make our Indian students, because we are offering this BS program majorly to our Indian students. Dr. Dadar mentioned the 10 plus course system in the US. What we usually do, we take you as a transfer student from the intermediate. Okay? And then we usually ask a 16 months of the course to do, okay, on the island to get the BS degree. Remember, the US follows the 8 months as a one academic year. That's their academic calendar year. Okay? And the 4 months is a holiday. Okay? Basically, we are taking the benefits of that structure. We offer the continuous course. The first 8 months is the 1 year, another 8 months is the second year. Okay? And you have done the 2 years of the intermediate, that means you are equivalent to the 10 plus 4. Okay? So that's where it's an accelerated program, and because you have the credit from your intermediate as well, it made us easy to give you the more credit so that you are going to be above the US student also. We added the another 10 credits and made it like the 142 credits for the program. Okay. So that got approved by our chairman as well. Okay. So this one is the basics of basically the topic that he raised. And if you are going to allow me, then I will take the sessions about this one a little bit later after the work, otherwise they will start it.
Maybe the students will share their experience.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, actually, we first, I would suggest that they can ask some few questions because it's only us who is talking.
Yes.
I think it's time that
Okay.
they ask us
When
what they
I
are.
involve the
And then after that, the students are here, they can speak out the way they want, you know, if they want to.
You just allow me, let me
Sure.
introduce friends with my
Sure,
comments.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so as we say, okay, we have Spartan University has a 36 years of academic excellence history, and we have more than 2,200 graduates as you mentioned. Now, I'm coming to the point. The Spartan offers a very conducive environment for the learning. Okay? And that's where I want to ask someone to come over here, our current student, and if they can share about the learning experiences there in the PS program. Okay? They know a little bit about the medicine, but they are going to be drilled actually in the next time from onward after the vacation. Okay? Yes. Anybody? Okay. Another 3-4 of them. Yes. Aiba, want to take lead about the learning experiences? Come on.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Aiba Khan, and I'm a current Spartan student. I've done my pre-medical course there, and it's really very good. You get one-to-one interaction with the teachers. You get research knowledge. You come to know a lot about research and stuff you study in medicine. It's really good. If you have any problem, any queries, you can go to the professors and have one-to-one conversation. And there are a lot of Indian faculties there, and they're really very good. They explain you the way you want, because it's really difficult for Indian students to go there and involve with other students and all those stuffs. They're really very good. You can have conversation with the teachers. You can share your problems, your queries with them, and you get to know a lot. You won't be getting to know in India. Like I mentioned about the research stuff, Dr. Pandey gave us a lot of project and assignments, presentations, everything. They call you there, and anytime you sit in the class, they could call you anytime on the board and tell you to explain anything, whichever topic, elaborate whatever he teaches. It's really very good. My experience is very good, and Dr. Mehta, he would be helping you throughout. And the dean here in India, you usually don't speak to the principal. You don't know who the principal is in the college. And there, the dean of the college is really very good. You can go to him. He can handle all your problems, everything. Dr. Pandey is always available with you. Like whatever you want, even your personal things like housing and everything is really gonna help you. Dr. Mehta always with you. Like whatever you want, you can just text him. He would give you all explanation, whatever queries you want. Like even your ticket and stuff, housing and stuff, they are always there to help you. Really very good college. My experience is very good. Thank you. And it would be very good like if you choose Spartan. There's really no problem with the college. It's CAMP, HP, accredited. It's really very good. Like there are other Caribbean schools. We have gone to other Caribbean schools, and they are really bogus. They would cheat on you. Spartan is a very good option, and I would suggest you to come and join Spartan. And thank you.
One warning that I give you, I tell you, I had seen her, I waved off by last year with Eva. And when she came here, she waved me, I couldn't recognize her. Her accents, her look and feel, everything has changed. So if you want that change in your kids, I will tell you that Spartan is the place, you know, that absolutely she's changed. You know, her way of, you know, communications and, you know, this accents and everything is changing. I mean, it's really very nice. Thanks a lot. I'll not invite other students. Please, I'll not invite other students, but all other students have to come on their own, okay? I'll tell you. Kimberly is sitting there last bench. You talk to her. I remember her that she was the most bubbly girl, you know, एकदम सबसे बात करना है, ये करना है. I don't know what change that has happened to her. But I would advise you that all the Spartanites, whoever wants to come in, come on their own, because this is the last chance for you to have juniors. Okay?